Welcome to the comprehensive guide on how to apply for grants from the Canadian Institutes of Health Research, CIHR. In this infographic video, we'll walk you through the key steps and important details you need to know to successfully navigate the grant application process. CIHR is Canada's premier federal funding agency for health research. Their mission is to create a healthier future for all Canadians by supporting research that leads to innovative solutions for pressing health challenges. CIHR mandate is to excel according to internationally accepted standards of scientific excellence in the creation of new knowledge and its translation into improved health for Canadians, more effective health services and products, and a strengthened Canadian healthcare system. A major funding competition that CIHR offers to support this mandate is CIHR Project. The project competition accepts research applications from all areas under CIHR's mandate. Typically, there are 2 opportunities to submit an application: in mid-September and again in early March. However, applying for CIHR grants can be a complex process. That's why we've created this step-by-step guide to help simplify the application process and increase your chances of success. To apply for this grant, the nominated principal applicant must be an independent researcher or a knowledge user affiliated with a Canadian post-secondary institution, an individual affiliated with an Indigenous non-governmental organization in Canada with a research and/or knowledge translation mandate, or an Indigenous non-governmental organization in Canada with a research and/or knowledge translation mandate. Additionally, the NPA may include additional team members on their grant in the capacity of co-applicants or collaborators. Each NPA may submit 2 project grant applications per intake round. To apply for project funding, there are several important steps and application components. Register. This is completed on CIHR's funding portal, ResearchNet. To register, you will need to create a ResearchNet account, to request a CIHR PIN, and to create a CCV account. PIN requests could take up to 24 hours during business hours. Registration is mandatory and is due typically 1 month prior to the final submission deadline. For your application, you will complete 5 key tasks before submission. For both the registration and application, CIHR provides helpful step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Identify research team members. While co-investigators and collaborators can be changed after registration, the NPA may not. Step 2. Enter information about your proposal, such as your title and abstract, and note details such as whether you will be conducting a clinical trial. If your application is a resubmission, and if your application proposes research involving Indigenous people and takes into account sex and gender considerations. Step 3. Complete a research summary. This is a very important task because the summary is used to determine which peer review committee will review your application and to match it to the most appropriate expert reviewers. As such, you should use scientific or technical terms when writing your summary. Step 4. Propose a budget. At the registration stage, the NPA is asked to provide an estimate. The final request and budget justification are required at the full application stage. Step 5. Complete the peer review information. This includes noting suggested reviewers and those who should be excluded due to a conflict of interest. Additionally, within this task, you may suggest up to 2 peer review committees. This is also an important step because this selection cannot be changed at the application stage. There are a few important guidelines for committee selection. Applications that include a randomized controlled trial as a major component, and you have a budget in excess of $250,000 in any project year, you must select the RC1 Peer Review Committee. While CIHR considers peer review committee suggestions, ultimately, the decision of which committee will evaluate your application lies with CIHR.